Mary stood before the mirror, glowing in her white gown. "Turn around again," Peter said, smiling. "I still can't believe I'm marrying you tomorrow. You look like a dream." She turned gracefully, laughing. "Our school days dream is finally coming true. I can't wait to wear that ring and say, 'I do.'" Their laughter filled the room, soft, warm, and full of love. But it ended with a sudden heavy knock at the door. Peter frowned. Who could that be this late? Before Mary could answer, he went to open it. 3 men in dark coats stormed in. "Peter?" one of them asked sharply. "Yes, who are you?" Peter said, surprised. "You're under investigation for something you shouldn't have seen." Before he could speak, they grabbed him. Peter struggled, shouting, "Wait! What's this about? I haven't done anything." Mary rushed forward, clinging to him. "Please, he's done nothing. We're getting married tomorrow." Peter turned to her, his eyes filled with fear and love. "Mary, don't cry," he said, voice trembling. "Listen to me. Whatever happens, I'll come back for you." They dragged him out into the night. His words echoed until silence swallowed everything. Mary panicked and raised the alarm. Neighbors rushed out, but there was no hope. Rumors spread quickly. Some said Peter had planned it to escape the wedding. Others whispered he'd been involved in something dark. Mary didn't believe any of it, but she couldn't find him either. Guests were disappointed. Mary stopped going out. She stopped smiling. The wedding gown hung untouched in her room, a silent reminder of everything she had lost. Then one evening her phone rang. She didn't want to answer, but the call persisted. "Hello," she said softly. "Hello, Mary," a deep voice replied. She frowned. "Who's this, please? Don't you recognize my voice?" "I'm not in the mood for games," she said tiredly. "Who is this?" "It's Andrew." There was a brief silence. Her heart skipped. "Andrew? Oh my God, it's been 2 years. You left the country and I never heard from you." He chuckled softly. "I'm back now. And not just back. I'm back for you." She tried to smile a little. "Not me," she said jokingly. "A few days ago was supposed to be my wedding." "Oh, really?" he said quietly. Mary explained everything that had happened. Andrew listened patiently. Then he said gently, "Be calm. I'll come see you soon." Days passed, then weeks. No word, no letter, no call, no sign of Peter. But Andrew never stopped showing up with gifts, kind words, and quiet care that slowly filled the silence in her heart. Months passed. One evening he said softly, "Mary, you can't keep waiting for someone who's gone. You deserve peace and love. I'm here for you, and I always will be." Mary said nothing, but his words sank deep. She began to let him in, and Andrew smiled to himself. At last, everything was falling into place, just the way he'd planned. Everyone admired them. She was deeply in love with Andrew and couldn't wait to finally tie the knot. Months later, he proposed. Mary said yes. Soon wedding plans began, and the date was set. On the night before the wedding, her friends threw her a bridal shower. It was filled with laughter, music, and champagne. For the first time in a long while, Mary felt truly at peace. That night, after the party, she drove home with her friends. The air was calm. Everyone was excited, talking about what tomorrow would look like. But when she reached her house, her smile faded. Someone was standing at her door. She froze. The man turned slowly, and when she saw his face, her world stopped. It was Peter! The laughter from the bridal shower faded the moment Peter appeared at the door. Mary froze, her friends whispering in disbelief. "Wait, who is that?" one of them asked. Another gasped, "Oh my God, that's Peter!" They stepped out of the car. Mary's lips trembled. She wanted to run to him, but her friends stepped forward first. Peter's voice broke. "Mary, please, I need to talk to you." Her friends exchanged glances and shook their heads. "Mary, don't listen to him," one said sharply. "Where has he been all this while? He's a coward." "He's broke, too," another added. "You've moved on. Andrew takes care of you. Don't throw that away." Peter stood there in the cold, his eyes desperate. "Mary, please, just 1 minute." But her friends pulled her inside. "Forget him," they said. "You're marrying a man who can give you everything." The door closed, leaving Peter outside. Hours passed. The laughter inside faded. Mary lay awake, staring at the ceiling, but peace wouldn't come. Finally, she got up, walked to the window, and looked out. Peter was still there, standing quietly in the cold. Her chest tightened. This was the man she'd once promised forever to, and in just a few hours, she was supposed to marry someone else. She took a deep breath, grabbed her shawl, and stepped outside. "Peter," she called softly. He turned. His face was weary, his eyes full of pain. "I waited because I had to tell you the truth," he said. "What truth?" she asked. He hesitated. "I heard you're getting married to Andrew." His voice trembled. "Mary, he was behind everything that happened to me. He set me up. One of his guards helped me get out. If not for him, I might never have made it. Andrew wanted me gone." He took a shaky breath. "His money isn't clean, Mary. He's not who you think he is." Mary's heart pounded. "No, that can't be true." "It is," Peter said, his voice low but steady. "I wouldn't lie to you, and I can prove it." She stepped back, shaking her mind. Her friends' voices echoed in her head. "Andrew is rich. Andrew will give you a good life." But deep down, something felt wrong. That night, after pacing for hours, Mary made her choice. She knew Peter wouldn't lie to her. Her hands shook as she stared at the phone for a long moment. Then, with a deep breath, she dialed Andrew's number. "Mary?" His voice came through, calm and confident. She hesitated, then spoke quietly. "I'm sorry, Andrew, but it's over. I can't marry you." "What?" His tone shifted instantly. "Do you even know what you're saying?" "I do," she whispered. "It's over." "Wait, Mary, listen." She ended the call. The phone slipped from her hand as tears streamed down her face. It kept ringing, again and again, but Mary never picked up. Not that night. By morning, the news had spread. People called her foolish. Some said she threw away gold for dust. But Mary didn't care. Her heart was finally at peace. A few days later, Peter went to the authorities. An investigation began, and within a week, Andrew was arrested. His empire crumbled overnight. Those who mocked Mary fell silent. The woman they called foolish had chosen right. Not long after, Peter and Mary had a small, quiet wedding. No luxury, no crowd, just peace. Moments after the ceremony, Peter's phone rang. He stepped aside to answer, then froze. When he turned back, his eyes glistened. He said, "They just called. I've been appointed to head the state's development ministry." Mary covered her mouth, stunned. Then she smiled through her tears. They embraced, tears of joy running down their faces. The man once dismissed as hopeless now stood among the great. And beside him was the woman whose heart had seen the truth all along.